Send that, and that, and that.
I don't
Sweet.
think so.
Open.
Clean up my fucking life.
Okay, we're all good. Everything's up and running.
Okay. Alrighty, so this is session 84. Last session, we entered the final round of the Neverwinter tournament. We found ourselves on a small platform surrounded by water, with the King of Neverwinter watching us from above. And Mira went investigating in the water, and we found ourselves a big-ass Lagiacrus. And we proceeded to do battle with it. And it was pretty back and forth, and then Bale did quite a lot of damage.
Yeah,
It
was a pretty good fight.
That's the most damage I'm gonna do for the rest of the game. So figure it out.
I was trying to play it like real, like strategically, right? And I thought I could like come in for the kill on Bale, and then but fate said otherwise.
I had just enough health from them healing me that I was able to get that round before I got downed.
Mira had a pretty clutch water walk, but we ended up victorious. We were led to the King's Ballroom, thanked for our performance, and presented with a bunch of gold, a pearl ring, and some flasks.
That's what I was forgetting, my notes.
That would empower something within ourselves.
Oh, I forgot to pick that.
And we all drank them. We were all rewarded. We were refreshed. And we were leaving the King's Chambers, I believe. Because I don't think we established what we were doing from there.
Yeah, I don't think we made any plans past that.
After a well-earned victory, the four of you indulged in some kind words, libations, some mingling with some of the nobility of the city. You received your prize, a sum of gold, a magical ring, and a boon based on merit or hidden talent. Escorted, out from the chamber once things die down. You're led across the concourse on the top floor of the arena, back through the bowels of the stadium, and out to the front entrance where the bridge leading back into the harbor that leads into Neverwinter lies before you. There are still people everywhere, and the four of you are very quickly swarmed with adoring fans and onlookers.
Give him a little princess wave.
As everyone swarms, you're just asking a million questions, trying to touch your construct, asking, how'd you do this? What's your name? Where are you from? Can you sign this?
Bale, not about any of that.
I would be signing stuff and just eating it up. Never having this much attention. Just, chatting and signing stuff as we're figuring out what we're doing.
Okay. This goes on for some time. You push your way through the crowd and start making your way down the bridge into the city proper. Eventually, the bulk of the crowd starts to disperse, but there are, some people still lingering or looking from afar. But what are we doing with our newfound freedom?
What are we doing?
That's a good question. Hopefully resting soon. Because I got fucked up.
Didn't they patch you up pretty good though, didn't they?
I'm at 16 health.
Better than 15.
Yeah, I think Bale would probably try to meet up with his contact at some point. Actually, I think he'd stay around until he found out what's going on with the whatchamacallit, the
Ring?
the ring, and then after that, he would probably go try to meet up with his contact.
I feel like we need to find somewhere to, well, sit and divvy up the winnings and figure out what is needed for Renorad to use this ring for whatever purposes he has.
Yeah.
I don't need the ring personally.
I thought you needed the ring.
The ring is what. Where's like the prize?
I told you I was instructed to win the event. Not because I needed the prize, but because I was just told to.
No, I misunderstood.
Well, I apologize.
Problems occur when I do not do as I am told.
That is mysterious.
The prize was not some big fancy thing that was going to prevent disaster. It was just the mere act of me following my instructions is all I needed to do.
I mean, in that case, do you need it, Flint, or
So
did you already do what you needed from it? Or get what you needed from it?
I still need to look over it. But a street does not seem to be the place to do that.
Yeah, we should find somewhere to celebrate. And I mean, I guess we've been celebrating. We were at the thing, but without a bunch of nobles standing around, it'd be nice.
Yeah, find somewhere a little more lively. A little.
I think that could work. Will you be joining us, Renorad?
Well, you still have my portion of the gold, so.
That we do.
Speaking of gold, if we don't end up needing to keep the ring, I can get us some more gold with that.
We will see what the ring holds. Hopefully it is worth more than the gold that could be offered for it.
Why, Verizon? I don't give a fuck. Stop it.
Where were you staying at, Renorad? Was it more of a sit down and have conversation vibe? Because we were in a bit of a dive. Well, they were in a bit of a dive. I was in the stable of a dive.
See, you were in the barn.
You were in a much worse place than we were.
They don't allow ox inside.
You didn't do a great job of explaining that
I shouldn't have to.
it can't shit. I think that's all you really needed to say. and they would have let you in. That's not.
For another time.
I've been staying at the Shining Serpent, and I must confess I didn't leave my rooms much, so I don't even know what it's like in the common room.
Well, you can give it a try. I say we head to the Shining Serpent.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll follow
Lead
them.
the way, Renrad. Renrad.
Yeah, I'll begrudgingly lead the way to the Shining Serpent and try to find that green dragonborn friend of ours, or of mine.
He leads you guys north across one of the bridges, kind of do a half circle around the massive Neverwinter keep. Let's see, it's outer or fortified walls, very heavily manicured landscaping. All this surrounds a multi-spired keep that sits right in the heart of the city. But he leads you further north, across the river. Noticeably a more well taken care of, maybe nicer side of town. Eventually you find yourselves in front of the multi-storied tavern inn known as the Shining Serpent. The tiled roof, kind of painted like a metallic green color, has a lot of fade and patina on the top of it. But
Is this how you normally live, Renrad?
There's not
You don't strike me as the type.
there's not much normal about anything I do these days. There's
Fair enough.
no consistency.
And that's not really by choice. Seems like.
Not quite.
Will you be contacted at some point, Mr. Renrad, if to know that like the city's not in danger anymore?
I mean,
you completed your end of the bargain, I guess.
the city was never explicitly in danger. It was more just that when I do not fulfill my objectives, things around me have a tendency to go up in flames and explosions and blood, and it never ends well.
Are you cursed?
In a way.
That does not sound like a good time at all.
So you could understand why I would want to keep some new acquaintances at arm's length for their own benefit.
Does anybody have plans for after
That makes sense.
we are done divvying up the gold and stuff? What are we doing? Are we staying together?
I don't.
Is there a
I'm
reason?
not sure what plans all of you have. But outside of this ring, until I find a new lead, this ring is my plans. As much as I would love to go back to Dinladur. Going back empty-handed, I cannot. If I'm being honest, it's been, what? Not even 48 hours? And I will say, I think we enjoy the company. As he, like, looks towards Nizao.
It's not bad working with somebody again.
Yeah, I haven't had company in quite some time, and I don't have anything really pressing after this. I was just traveling and wanted to see the coast.
Right now, my only current plans aren't, or my current job is not, I don't have a specific target. I just kind of, so
So with your
I'm good for now.
job, like saying current job, are you tied up in something at the moment, Bale? Like, do you have, I guess, responsibility or expectations for this job?
It was more for information, and then if I take that ring back, I get money, but I don't, that's more of a bonus, or the way my friend
I
told
see.
me.
What about you? What elf of mystery? And I know you seem privy to keep people at arm's length, but I will be the first to say fire and explosions don't really worry us.
Yeah, as long as it's not my gun, I don't mind.
I think you've got that covered on your own.
The four of you make your way inside of the tavern now.
I walk in, assumedly and confidently, with Nizao, and we'll see if someone tries to stop me.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming these doors are pretty wide.
Walk in, kind of a very, like, dark wood, rustic, dim sort of vibe. Candlelight, screens and mesh over the various windows kind of block out the sun. There's some, stylized rugs and furs strewn about, heavy wooden tables with sort of like a metal banding on the edge, strewn about, each one with a small, like, candlelit chandelier above it. Large wooden rafters hanging above a massive stone fireplace has a small flame turning in it. Far side of the room, a heavy wooden bar.
Does it seem like empty, or is it busy?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Place is nice.
13
is
plus
quite
7.
impressive.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Definitely not empty. A few tables are full. Most everyone keeping to themselves aside from looking up from their conversation to have a gander who just walked in. Most everyone kind of dressed similarly to how I guess the four of you are. No one wearing casual clothes. Wearing robes, armors, leathers, weapons on their side or on tables. People of all walks of life.
Do I recognize anybody? Like from just working? Is there any like mercenaries or other bounty hunters I would recognize?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Grab
Yeah.
an
Our
open
way to
table.
the-
Yeah, try to
Yep.
find an open table and
Okay.
Have a seat. Is the food
Yeah.
here good? Red.
I've enjoyed it.
inside
But-
channel.
To answer your question, Flint, I believe I will be left to my own devices for a little while anyway. So I would not mind the company.
That is.
As long as there's one thing you all should know. Bale, I think you are already aware of this, but Lathanderites, it's on site.
Agreed.
You'll have no quarrels with me on that.
You do seem to be quite a problem.
There's some here, by the way. They've
In the
infiltrated the city.
Right here, and I look around. Right.
They infiltrated the city. I think they might be the ones that caused the incident at the arena.
So should we seek them out? Or no?
Yeah,
I'm always
you
down.
actively pursuing them, Renorad? Or are you actively...
No, I'm not hunting them, but if I come across them, I do not hesitate to
Fair enough.
enter a conflict. There's no love lost for Lathander.
There's plenty of those bastards that's got to go down.
Where are you from,
Yeah.
Renorad? Did they get your home? Because I've run into quite a few travelers that's lost their homes, their livelihood. Those crusades, if you can even call them that.
No, I've known others who were affected in a much more violent way from the Lathanderites, and there's a complicated history with them. Let's leave it at that. Now was a time for celebration. Now was not a time for
You are very correct.
somber remembrances.
Celebrate.
Strolling over to the table, a green dragonborn gentleman, sort of like a slick back of like coarse, like scaly green, like dreadlocks, sort of. Has a piercing above one of his eyes. Wearing just very average clothing, kind of has an apron on. He's carrying a glass in one hand. He's polishing it with the other. Some new faces. Welcome to the Shining Serpent.
Thank you.
What can I get you?
Thank you.
Miss Mira, what do
See,
people usually drink?
4 ales. And
A bottle of whatever the best there is. We said we were celebrating.
Can we afford whatever the best there
That
is,
works.
even with our
sure can.
with our winning?
I would hope so.
Winning, you say?
Maybe not.
You are the four that won the tournament?
Oh, we are.
That's us.
Okay.
We did do
Yeah.
that.
Some of the others told me when you walked in, but I thought they were just pulling my leg.
That last big dragon fucked me up quite a bit, but we did it.
I will. Well, I'm honored that you chose my establishment to have your celebration.
It's a nice place.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
So they, four of you are adventurers, yes?
It would appear so.
Good. Well, you've come to the right place.
Is this like a
Yeah.
sort of
Bottle.
adventurers guild?
No guild, a place of refuge.
Always nice to have one of those after an adventure or two.
Indeed, well. Let me see what I've got in stock, and I will be back. The first round is on me.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Very
Very
well.
kind.
Very well.
I imagine Bale is still bandaged up from the hospital, like he just walked here out of, like, fully bandaged.
I think we did really well in that last fight.
I would agree. I think we did about as well as we could do.
It would have been nice. I got to see the end, but
Mm, we got to the end because of you.
To be fair, the
I
end was like right after you went down.
It was. Missed it by a hair.
am not 100% what happened. It hit me really, really hard, and then I saw red, and then I saw nothing. So
Yeah, he like melted your face. Pretty good.
It was a sight.
well, good thing the defenses worked this time, so I didn't get eaten by a sea dragon. We should have asked if we could kept that. I could have made a cool sea dragon
Oh, I'm
gun.
sure it's going to the king, if anyone.
A sea dragon?
Could have taken the thing that shot all that lightning out at us and maybe made something cool.
I feel like if there's any scraps from that beast going anywhere, they're probably going to mount the head for the king at most. That would be my guess, at least.
Why would he keep something that he had nothing to do with taking it down?
Yeah, have you met a
Just
king?
for status? I mean, I met him earlier.
I mean, outside of that one?
No.
Taking status that they didn't necessarily earn, but maybe one of their subjects did, is pretty commonplace for kings. Really anyone in a position of power, but that is besides the point.
It's not very fair. Or truthful.
It's not.
The boss is
felt
usually
really
pretty
It
good
would
to
be
bad.
us.
where the majority of, whether it's nobles or military officials, anyone in any kind of position of power, they didn't get there being fair or honest. Outside of maybe a few.
That seems backwards.
In a way, it is.
Right, Bale, you did say your boss was a king?
To us, kinda.
Hmm. Does he have things mounted and that he didn't kill?
He tends to just keep a bunch of books and a goldfish.
Hmm.
We've been trying to train up a ranger so it can make it his beast companion so it lives a lot longer. It's a lot hard. It's pretty hard to get that thing out without the boss knowing when it dies.
Hmm. You know, I don't mean to be offensive, Renarad, but why the sudden change of heart? You seemed very content on not being around anybody, and now you're open to sticking together, at least for a little while.
Well, as I said,
Sorry.
you have my share of the gold, and y'all aren't so bad.
There go those walls, right back up.
You're not so bad yourself. How much money do we get a piece?
Forget how much we made. 2,300?
I would know if
Yep.
I had my notebook, but I don't.
2,300 divided 4 ways.
Yeah, I put the gold in the party inventory for now, but it's 2,300.
575 a piece.
Mm-hmm. So we can add that and then remove it from the party inventory.
575.
575.
So did you? I can't remember. Did you look and see what this ring does, or not quite yet?
Yeah,
I have an idea of what it does.
Blint identified it,
but
right?
I did. I know what it does.
It gives a bonus to an
A
ability.
chosen stat, and then it can
What's
heal
that?
1d4 once per day. But I want to spend some time with it and see if I can maybe decipher something from it. And if not, then perhaps we can just give it to Bale and he can
Let's send it back home.
potentially
It's another
net
3,000
us.
gold. So
I can try to help with that, Flint, if
Of
help is
course.
needed.
yeah, if you guys don't end up needing it, I can send it back for 3,000 gold for all of us, or we can use it. Both is good.
This point, I'm coming back over with the prey, the dragonborn. All right. Flask of northern berry red wine. Pints all around, kind of sets one each round. And then a probably like 6-ounce like glass like vial with a cork on it with like a golden malty looking liquid in it. And he puts that down, some shot glasses. And if we're really celebrating, some High Mountain Firebrand whiskey.
Was that the best stuff you have here?
I don't.
It is a suite of spirits that is worthy of victory.
I don't usually drink. How much is that? Usually.
It's
Nothing we can't afford.
it's not cheap. Let's just say that.
We don't
Huh?
know for sure.
Shit's expensive in this world.
how much are we looking for everything that's here right now?
The stuff he just brought out, he said was on him. The first part.
Flask. The pints, probably. I mean,
you owe me nothing right now. This is on me. A gift.
all of this is on you?
Sure, yes. He's won the Tournament of Power.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Extremely kind.
Sure.
Question. Being the whiskey that it is, would Flint know if High Mountain Firebrand whiskey is, I guess you want to say ethically sourced, or do they use the flux to make it?
It is a staple spirit in the High Mountain. Not every tradesman, is a smith or a artificer. There are brewers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a spirit known and loved by all in High Mountain for its warm, fiery belly and its
Just double checking.
sweet aftertaste. It is made with honey that can only be produced by a species of bee that lives in the Undermountain.
Flint is gonna grab a shot glass then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And pour 4 of them.
Anybody want to make a toast? I'll raise a glass.
To whatever may be next.
To new friends and to those we've lost. And he'll down it. It's over there. I can't go get it.
Oh, that really warms you up.
It does.
Indeed it does. Sword Coast Fireball.
Sword Coast Fireball.
Okay, I like it. I'm gonna try this wine. I'm gonna pour a glass of that, and then I'm gonna pour one for Bale too. Here, you gotta try this one. Also.
Okay.
It's like a very sweet, like earthy red wine that almost has like a cooling aftertaste.
Wait. So Bale has never drinking before. There's no way he's taking a shot of whiskey without like dying and coughing all over the place.
This is true.
It is true. Why don't you give us a con real quick?
Yeah. This one. 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. Okay.
Better than I thought he was gonna do.
Yeah, sweet when it hits your tongue, but on the way down, a sort of fire is lit inside of you.
Why?
It is good.
Warms the
Usually,
soul.
usually when stuff sets your insides on fire, it's poison or acid, and I would know.
No, it is poison. It's just not enough to kill you.
Drinking's
I
weird.
just can't believe you.
In this dose, it is not enough to kill you, I should say.
People pay to be poisoned? I can make a lot of money just making poisons. If people
Need to make the poison palatable.
There's
A lot of
plenty of
people like
magic in
to
this world.
drown out their pain, and this type of poison helps with that. I'm just so surprised you've never drank.
I mainly just did my job, lived in Waterdeep, hanging out with my family. That's nothing really.
Well, to each their own.
I don't know how this reacts with monsters or monster type people. So maybe that's why the boss doesn't have it down there. I don't know what a drunk beholder does. It's probably not good.
I can't imagine it'd be anything good.
The only one of us I know that drinks is our forge master. He's a angry old dwergar, but he's kind to us most of the time. Maybe I should bring him some of this back if I ever go back, or when I go back.
The best forge masters are normally angry to most and kind to few, at least in my experience.
He helped me make this. I needed him to melt the metal down.
It can be a process.
Is the guy still here with us, or did he like set everything down and then walk away?
Yeah, he set everything down and walked away.
Okay. The next one, assuming the metals work well, I don't know how good they're gonna be, but I sent quite a few of my trophies from our friends, the Lithanderites, so it should be a pretty fancy looking gun at the very least if it melts down right.
Oh, you're using the stuff that you take off of them to
Yep.
turn it into weapons to kill them?
Each holy symbol is a trophy.
Very nice. And how many have you gotten so far?
Enough to make a gun bigger than this. I'll look down at the first day. I was a little weighed down on the left. That's because it was all inside my coat. I had to leave it behind. I did a lot better after that.
So how much time, Flint, do you need with the ring to figure out what it does? Or if it's helpful to you?
I'm not sure if I'm being honest. Just been kind of following leads of items with healing properties outside of the norm. Trying to see if I can glean any insights into something more applicable to the gnomes. But I plan to get started on it tonight, hopefully.
Did we pay for a room for 2 nights or only one? It was just one, wasn't it?
At the
I think
other
it was just
inn, it
one.
was just the night.
It'll probably be less expensive now that the tournament's over, though, if we do need to get another room. Maybe.
Or we
Well,
could just
with
all
us,
stay over with Renorad.
I wouldn't
Just
mind staying here for
slumber
a night.
party.
But with all of us seeming to stay together going forward, at least for the time being, I guess what's our direction? Because outside of this ring, I don't have any other leads that I'm aware of any items that would glean my interest.
Yeah, I was hoping it was magic. I could have taken you and the boss could have looked at you, and I think that might have helped. But I don't know if that would work now. Seems more than just a like enchantment or a curse on you. Although the boss's stare has worked on things you wouldn't expect it to work on in the past, so.
I feel like I have expunged every possible avenue for means of finding a cure through conventional.
I don't know if standing in front of a
options.
beholder is conventional. But
I wouldn't say it's conventional, but
So is this ring or this prize like the only lead or information you have? Are there other places that might have information about this?
God. Would Flint have any other leads through his travels and researches?
Like, which one?
And
I also thought he was
studies?
just saying God.
You've left home in search of a healer or someone or something, some sort of answer to help with your affliction. That search brought you to Neverwinter to enter this tournament because the prize was found on Stormwreck Isle, where a powerful healer once resided.
Okay.
good riddance.
So yeah, outside of this ring, I don't have any leads or any real inclination of where our path takes us next.
Yeah, as long as you guys are cool with me shooting with Andorites, I don't really have a goal right now. I need to make better stuff before I go after the main goal, so.
Sounds like it's on site.
And for them, it can be. Truthfully, it should be. I feel like more of the realm needs to wake up to that.
Yep. They killed one of ours, so we put them all down. That's the boss's word.
And you said that there was some in the city?
Yeah, some snuck in, according to my informant.
Do you know where or
You have any ideas?
how many?
He was supposed to tell me more after the tournament, but I haven't. I'm gonna go meet up with him later.
Touched on it. Okay. Well, if that tree bears any fruit, I wouldn't be opposed to getting some filth out of the city. Because full transparency, I can't say they have affected me directly. I mean, I'm sure in one way or another they have. But I saw waves of refugees coming to Dunladur. And I tried to help where I could, but they are despicable people.
They killed my best friend Specs, and I won't stop until Tarek gets sent back to his god.
I'm sorry to hear that. Bex, that's a really cute name. Do you have glasses?
She had an eye patch on one of her eye stalks.
On one of her eye stalks?
She was a spectator.
Oh. Was that long ago that you lost her?
DM, how long ago was it that I met up with the Novian? Because it was like a few days
Oh, so
before that, I believe.
Few months ago.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it's been a few months.
did she shoot guns also?
No, she didn't shoot guns. They have lasers in the eyes.
Mm.
She shot her own magic. I have some spells I learned kind of how she does it. I didn't get to use
So
any of them.
Did she shoot lasers through her eye patch?
No, that eye just didn't work. But it's okay. It was the sleep ray. It's fine. That one doesn't matter as much.
What about you?
She sounded really cool.
Mira, do you have, I guess, a direction or goal
Plans?
for after this? Plans?
Not really.
Appointments?
I wanted to come see new things, and I wanted to see the coast and the ocean. I just always felt drawn towards it. So I finally made the decision to go after it, but I don't have a big goal or anything like that. Just kind of taking things as they come, I guess.
Did you tell us where you came from? Have we asked?
Mm.
I don't know if we ever got to talk to you about where you came from. We know you're here wandering, but I'll,
Yeah,
I'll ask in character. Miss Mira, where did you start the journey from? Is there a reason you left besides just wanting to journey or explore?
I'm from a little tribe, a little bit away from Silvery Moon, Sea of the Fallen Stars. Just a little tribe and we just work to seek balance and enlightenment. But I've always just felt called to something greater, something bigger. Just like something pulling me. So I just finally decided to follow it one day.
Silvery Moon's a pretty nice place. I've only been there for a couple of jobs, but I've been there.
It's a nice city.
You've all been?
I've made a few trips to the forge there.
Pokes at Mason. Have you all been?
I didn't even realize until I said it. I was like, oh, he's definitely been.
Yeah. Are you just sitting there, just
Taking it all in.
drinking
Full
Renner
on
Ed?
broody.
Yeah, just listening.
Okay.
It is a beautiful place. So, what was your favorite part about it? Especially in today's world. The sun always out. It's a nice reprieve.
Yeah, I haven't been there since whatever happened with the sun happened. I went there a few times in my youth to visit the forge, but I haven't been there recently.
Mm.
It was a lot better than most cities when it comes to bounty hunting. They didn't I didn't have to like sneak my quarry. I just had to provide proof of there being a bounty from Waterdeep. So it wasn't too bad.
But yeah, that's where I'm from.
Cool. Where'd you get your octopus friend, Miss Mira?
Oh, I've had her for
Oh wait, he wouldn't
That's
say
quite
a
an
that.
long
interesting
time.
traveling companion.
Where would you get your tentacle friend? Because he thought it was a mind flayer, and then you said it wasn't. He
That's
doesn't know what
true.
octopuses are.
I've had her forever.
Octopi.
Octopi. Yeah. She and I are connected. Had her for a very long time.
I can understand that.
Oh yeah, because Nazawa is just right here with us, right?
Sitting head above the table, sitting like a dog, or just standing on all fours.
No,
I'm sorry.
no offense, Flint, but that is a mechanical construction, is it not?
To a point, yes.
Whereas the octopus is something more, something sentient.
She has a sentience to her. She's not just metal. What she is in her entirety, I don't know, but she is more than just a machine with a battery. And that's past a smith's sentimental affection towards a creation.
Have you or anybody? You said she was passed down in your family, right?
She was.
Have you or anybody tried to find out more about her, or have you?
That is
I imagine
part of.
paying somebody that can cast legend lore is expensive, so I don't think you can do that. But
Well, we have journals and retellings of feats of those in my family that traveled with Nizao before I did. But all those Josie, all those all those journals end eventually, regardless of how far back I try to look in the records, and a lot of my family doesn't seem to take a deep interest in her history despite her impact, but part of me is hopeful to just find out more about her, and whatever this link my family seems to have with her is.
Well, if we ever come
It's
across
unlike anything.
a large sum of money, there's a lot of wizards in Waterdeep. I'm sure one of them can
I mean, my
cast something
family is
to
no stranger to money. It's
know more, maybe.
yeah, I'm just.
You said she's never talked to you or like communicated?
Not in the traditional sense. I get vibes, emotion, generalities from her. Like that of less than a cat, but more than a rat. If that makes sense.
Does she understand all of us? Or just you?
She only ever seems to respond to threats or to myself, and I mean the journals retell, they say that it's been pretty consistent. She reacts to threats or those that she's bonded with in that point of history. There's no mentions of her being bonded twice while at least one of them's alive. So
Have people tried to force that issue before? Like they wanted to be
I wouldn't say
the
they've.
new Bond?
Well, yes, there was quite the commotion and contest in our family when she did awaken, because as far as I've known her my whole life. She's been there since I was my earliest memories. She's there in some capacity, but the journals say that whenever the gnome that she is bonded to passes, she would just go into almost a hibernation of sorts, stasis, and that's where she sat. And she sat there, and then Jep was born, my oldest brother. She remained in stasis, and then Toma, she remained in stasis, and Ronnie, and then Brody, and then Nisa, nothing. And then I was born. She woke up, and the other siblings were not the happiest. But you can't change it. They tried. It can't happen.
I'm gonna
So
try.
if I could learn more.
I want to try
What?
something if I can.
No, of course.
And I'm gonna take out 2 climbing pythons and I'm gonna do magical tinkering and say yes on one, or have it record a message that just says yes, and I'm gonna record a message that says no, and I'm gonna put them in front of Knees Out, and I'm gonna say, "Do you like us, Knees Out?" And then I'll just point to which one's yes and which one's no, and see if it responds. Like those dog buttons.
Kind of just sits there, sitting next to the table, just blankly staring ahead. Just mechanical resonance. There's sort of like a churning sound that comes from deep inside of the construct that's rhythmic, almost like breathing. at various intervals, there's little puffs of steam that exit from various vents and things found on the construct.
Yeah, it was worth a shot. And he'll pick them back up and put them in his bag and totally forget which one's which. And next time I use those, it might say yes or no when I... Got one more
I
of
get the
those.
feeling she likes you.
She did protect me with those horns a few times in battle, so I think that's good enough for me.
Yeah, if I could learn anything of her history in my travels, that would be phenomenal. And that would be... It would warm my heart, but it is not why I am traveling, but if it happens, it happens.
As a collector of tales, DM, have I ever heard of anything like that?
I didn't
Like a
I didn't
sentient
think of that.
mechanical thing that will like go dormant until it bonds with someone.
Yeah, or anything else like it. Like, is there more like her somewhere else? That'd be cool.
Give me a history check.
Seven, baby.
Oh,
7. I don't think so. It's maybe a little too niche and, tucked away in the mountain for it to, spread far and wide.
Bit of a deep cut.
Yeah.
You might have had more trouble by now if more people knew about it.
Well, I must say, Flint, that is quite the unique tale you have just told.
She is quite the unique creature.
Yeah. And Flint, do you finish your story? And Renrad says what he says. You notice there's a little, like a little bit of a glimmer in his eye as he perks up just for a moment to give his regards on the tale, and then kind of goes back to his somber demeanor. Yeah.
I will say, I know you are not one who enjoys prying. But on the topic of creations of unique proportions, if my eyes did not deceive me in those bouts in the tournament and intermingling, you seem to be carrying something of, I would argue, equal unique levels of creation on your hip there, Renarad.
So you have a keen eye and worldly knowledge to you, but I would ask you kindly to not continue this conversation while we are out in public.
That I can respect.
I hope you will understand, as I...
No, I do.
There was a time I had a second one,
Really?
and I no longer do. So I am taking the utmost caution whenever I can.
As you should. I would be doing the same.
Just look at Bale and be like, I have no idea what they're talking about. As I pour 4 more of the whiskey shots and pass them out to everybody.
I'll take mine. I appreciate your restraint, Flint. Toss it back.
Just, yep.
Yeah, I'll take it again. Do I need to make another concept?
Yes.
Baby's first drinks.
8, 9, 10, 11. 11 this time. We're going
It's about to
down.
be sloppy.
We're going down.
11. Yeah, it burns even worse than the first one. You feel very warm and kind of fuzzy around the eyes and face.
Why do people drink stuff that makes them feel like they're on fire inside?
Yeah, for some people, that fire reminds them they're alive. And for others, it helps them forget that they're alive.
If you don't want to drink them, you don't have to.
Isn't
Just so
this
you
how we're
know.
supposed to celebrate?
We can
Well-
celebrate however you want to celebrate. This is just an easy way to do it.
I mean, the only other way I celebrate is by making a new gun, and I don't think I have enough gold for that right now. So,
They can be quite expensive.
You make a lot of guns, don't you?
sometimes
See his,
it takes
see his
takes a
journal.
lot of jobs to make a gun. Sometimes it takes
Yeah.
multiple years. Sometimes not so much. Would have had one already, but we had to turn down a job, and then they killed my friend. So
Smithing is not a cheap hobby.
Was it the Lathanderites that killed Specs?
yeah, they had us on a job, and then they don't like monsters or monster folk, and even though she was intelligent and could talk, they attacked us when we were meeting up on a.
The Lathanderites had you on a job.
Yeah. We were hunting a paladin that they said betrayed their order, and we took a job. But from what I could tell from all the scouting we did, he didn't seem that bad. And then we came to tell him that we were going to turn down the job because the boss lets us, at our discretion, decide if we need to bring or if we want to bring somebody in or not. And then that didn't go so well.
Did they try to kill you as well for turning down the job?
They kind of Specs did a lot of the talking, as you can tell. I'm not the greatest at that. So they were in another room, and I had just heard her screams, and the door kind of busted open, and then I saw just enough to know she didn't make it, and then she told me to leave with her last, like, mental link. So I had to run, unfortunately.
Sorry to hear that, Bale.
It's okay.
I will say I do find it interesting. Do you, and maybe this is just my lack of experience and exposure to the world of contract killing, but is it, I guess, commonplace, or at least for you, to take, I guess, your emotions and your opinion into account for a contract?
I don't know
Sounds
about.
like you were tasked with bringing this individual in, and you and your friend deemed it wasn't, I guess, good.
I don't know if it's common, but like, but the boss lets us make our own choices as long as it doesn't like harm the rest of us, then we're allowed to turn down or take whatever we want. It
That
seemed
is
like good
interesting.
money at first, but
Sometimes the worst things
that job wasn't right.
come with the best money.
Did you follow them for long?
It was about a month, maybe 2. They kind of disappeared in Lepic, and then all that stuff happened. Or not Lepic.
Wrong universe.
Wrong one. Luskin. It's an L word, and they mixed up in my head. But he kind of disappeared in Luskin. They were there for a while. We were gonna go in the city, and then the scouting was enough. They seemed like they were all right. But I don't know what happened in that city, but a lot of bad. So we left.
Okay. City's horrible by the sounds of it from what I've seen.
And that's a place that's shrouded in darkness right now, yeah?
Yep.
It is.
At least one of his companions made it out. I helped him with some Lathanderites, but I don't know where he went after that. I don't know if anybody else made it. He wasn't one to talk much.
Is this individual still someone you are wanting to pursue?
I mean, if he's after Lathanderites too, I'm down for. Or I'm always welcoming the help, but I don't know. I don't need to.
Well, you know that was me, don't you?
I don't
thought you
know.
were disguised.
You weren't Rennerad when I met you then.
Wasn't I?
I don't
I
think
thought
so.
you were Denovian.
You were Denovian when I met
Yeah.
you then.
Yeah.
Pretty
'Cause I
sure.
thought that was the whole vibe with why, like, with Renorad being.
Because you eyed me weirdly, but I didn't know anything
standoffish and-
when we first
yeah.
met each other. I was like, oh.
That's what I was about to say. Because I was under the assumption Bale didn't recognize Renorad because he only.
I'm pretty sure you weren't in
saw
this,
Denovian
or you
in that
weren't
instance.
Rennerad when I met you.
Gotcha. I mean, I've referenced that night like 5 times the last couple of weeks, but that's fine. My bad.
Have you referenced?
Yeah, have you? I don't.
Yeah, I did today. I was like, Bale would already know this, but fuck the
Oh.
Lathanderites.
Oh yeah, but I thought you just meant like.
But no, it's good. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna play it like he doesn't know yet. Then for now. But yeah, I don't intend to seek them out anymore. I mean, if they're fighting Lathanderites and I see them, I'll help them. But I don't. Right now, I don't super have any plans. I just need to regain some more money and make some better weapons, and then boom, boom, Tarek Razite. That's the goal right now.
Eric Razorlight.
That
Sounds
is
like
the
a
goal
douche.
of a lot of people, I imagine. I mean, half the realm either loves him or hates him.
Gotta show them what it's like to be actually holy. Pew, pew. I think I'm a little drunk.
Yeah. For sure.
And you have to meet with your contact tonight?
I don't think there's like a set time, but I was gonna try to meet him before we go to bed tonight, I think.
I mean, if you're wanting to go meet your contact, I might try getting us at least 2 more rooms. Renrad, how many beds are in the rooms? Is it single beds?
Renrad, can we crash with you?
There was
Well, I'm
one
just
in
trying to
mine.
figure out how many rooms I need to buy.
There was one in mine, but I requested it.
Okay. Well, I'll see what they can do for us. And if Bale wants to go meet with his contact tonight,
Bale, I would recommend doing that sooner rather than later. Once this alcohol really kicks in, I think you're gonna be feeling a little bit tired, certain kind of way.
If you plan on meeting him tonight, I wouldn't be drinking more.
Okay.
He's only had 3.
Yeah, I think I failed both my con saves.
Is it getting late? Is it like pretty late or?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late into the afternoon. Plus, you had a pretty serious fight with only a short rest afterwards.
I feel great.
Yeah, afternoon.
Feel like 16 health. And alcohol.
Yeah, I can get us rooms, and then I might start looking over this ring.
Okay.
So do we have... I mean, I guess it depends on what Bale's contact
above board, as artificers, is there a way for us, if we like get a magic object, can we like study it enough to be able to make it as an infusion?
I think there's only like a list of...
Like I know we get in, or we can
items that you can make.
Yeah, I know we can get infusions, but I didn't know if there was like if we get a hold of a magic item, if we could like study it and like be able to make different.
I don't know if it's artificers or it's because I'm a gnome. It might be because I'm a gnome, but the only other thing with magic items is proficiency on history checks regarding magic items, but I think that's a rock gnome thing.
Yeah, I think that's a you thing. I was just curious if we could like get a hold of any, or if
yeah, I'm pretty sure the
could
infusion
eventually recreate it or something.
Yeah, I'm flying by the seat of my pants with it. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, I've never played as or with a artificer, so I don't know. I mean, I'm mostly fighter right now, so probably gonna be mostly fighter. If/when we ever
of flavor.
Yeah, if/when we ever level up, I'm gonna put one more in artificer to get my subclass, and then I'll probably keep going fighter.
Yeah, I'll head up to the bar and well, they said that all that alcohol, that first round in the bottle, was on the house. But
yeah, there's a list of items you can replicate for being level 2, and then the list expands at level 6.
Yeah.
And then level 10. And level 10 is when you can start making stuff that's
nutty.
Crazy.
Like actually good, yeah. And then 14th level you can make some pretty serious stuff in terms of magic items.
Mm-hmm. They have some dumb shit they can do later.
And then level 10 artificer, you can be attuned to 4 items at once.
Yeah, you get the extra attunement slot, which is so sick.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would head to the other inn and see if I can meet up with Cecil.
Well, before you would head out, I would ask if you would like company. If you would want somebody to come with you.
I wouldn't mind if you come with. You might need to not be like right there when we talk, because Cecil's all about you gotta be secretive, but you can.
Yeah, I can wait outside.
I mean, you don't even have to wait outside. You should probably just don't be in earshot of the conversation, I think, and he'll be okay with it, I think.
Yeah, I'd tag along with you then. Just considering your drunken state.
Yeah, I imagine Bale starts to stand up and he stumbles a little bit, and then he like stops for a second, and then he reaches into his bag and he'll pull out the pole of collapsing and click it, and he'll use it as a walking stick.
Okay. Yeah, there's like some
That was my common magic item I took. I'm gonna try to
some
hollow it out and make it a gun, and eventually.
some comments from the peanut gallery in the background. People are gonna go, whoa, whoa, hey, lightweight over here.
He doesn't even really probably know what that means, and he just keeps going.
Yeah, let's take our break real quick, and then we'll get some stuff sorted out.
Heard.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in like 10 minutes, and you won't miss anything. I'll run ads. Also, it's Shalin569043. Thank you for the follow, and Tom is in 544051. Thank you for the follow. I don't really add anybody on Discord that I don't know. I apologize, but I appreciate the follows. If you ever want to play something, hit me up in chat. I'm usually down if I'm playing multiplayer stuff, but thank you for the follows. Be back. I'm back. Ooh, that looks so good. Garlic bread, grilled cheese.
Found my notebook.
Nice. Was it hidden somewhere? Or did you...
Nope. We had started a new campaign with my nephews, and I grabbed it and like turned it halfway through to start notes for that. It was right in front of me.
You guys still playing the one that Tyler was telling me about, where he's the Tabaxi monk? Or are you playing a new one?
We put that on pause because I've been very overwhelmed with life and school and work. So
Okay.
Tyler actually started a new campaign for right now until I can pick back up.
No
It's like
way.
it seems to be like a Mad Maxy type situation, which I love.
Mad Maxy orc shit.
Nice.
I found a baby boule first session, so that's exciting.
Nice. If you need it, Tyler, there's rules for like Mad Maxy War Machines and Descent into Avernus.
Yeah, that's what I
Trucks
pulled a
and
bunch of
DACA.
stuff. Yeah, I pulled a bunch of stuff from it.
Nice.
Just trucks and DACA.
Oh yeah. Gonna put all these 40k orc minis to good use.
Paint everything yellow.
Truly, bad moons for life.
So is the Bad Moons like actually a...
Yeah, it's a 40k orc clan.
Oh, okay.
I think Ultron with 2 drones is gonna be annoying as shit.
He looks pretty spicy.
Like if you're not bursting them, he's just like you're just gonna be alive forever.
Yeah, he's gonna be nice.
I still don't think he's a good sport, but
I don't think it's gonna make him change anywhere in like the tier list of where he currently ranks. I just think it's gonna make people that still play Ultron not hurt. Like it doesn't suck as much.
did they nerf Penny? Because that's the thing that needed to change the most.
Yeah, they changed something on her. I don't remember what though. Might have been a health reduction. I don't remember.
If that's all it was, it's not enough.
By herself, she's not a problem. She's only a
Well,
genuine problem.
she was
if
already
there's
like
pocket.
she was already decent, and now that she gives that passive to everybody, it's crazy.
It only seems like super strong though if you have a rocket on the team as well, making her more of a problem.
Well, that was when it was just her mines and stuff were a problem. Now that she gives the buff to everybody, it's or like she's a problem on her own too.
Eh. Oh, I didn't see Mason was back.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were ready?
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Mira and Bale are leaving to go meet Bale's contact,
Yeah.
and Flint and Rennerad are staying at the inn. Flint is getting rooms. And then we're gonna see.
Okay. And where are you trying to get rooms at?
The Shining Serpent.
Okay.
Walking up to the bar.
Okay. The Green Dragonborn is there. Are we enjoying everything? Can I get you anything else?
Oh, everything has been amazing. And
Very good.
I need. How many rooms? How much does your room sleep? Like, how many people can fit in your rooms? Are you single beds or double bedrooms? Is there an option?
I have either, yes.
Um, give me 3 single bedrooms. I don't want to be assumative.
Very well, just for the night?
Yes.
Very well. Your stay will be on me as well.
Well, I appreciate that greatly.
Yes, you just have promise. Next time you come back, you come to the Shining Serpent, yes?
Oh, of course.
Very well. I will get you some
The
keys.
perfect. And the other 2 rooms are for our 2 friends that just left. If I'm not down here when they return, can you flag them down and make sure they know they have rooms here?
Yes, yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. What did you... I'm not sure if I caught your name.
Flint, Stoneward.
Clint Stoneward. Pleasure to meet you. I am Archibald.
Archibald.
Right.
Okay. Alright, with that key, I'm gonna walk back over to the table that Renorad is at. I don't know if you paid for tonight or not, but he covered our rooms for being the tournament winners, so might want to double check.
Get
See
your
if we
money
can get a
back.
night covered. But I might make my way up to my room and try to study this ring a bit. You are not sure if research and just general study is something that entices you, but you are welcome to join me. Join us, I should say. And if not, we will see you in the morning.
Bringing her up there.
Yes, that is where I am going.
Will she fit?
Flint glances at the stairs.
He's out of suitcase mode.
Does it look like Nizao can fit up these stairs? I'd imagine she could.
Yeah, she's a medium-sized creature.
Yeah. She should fit. She looks a lot bigger in comparison to me, but she should fit just fine. And they don't seem to have any quarrels with her.
I suppose I can help you out.
Lovely.
Two of you make your way upstairs, and as you're going up, you hear Archibald kind of shout. He's, "Winners still have to replace floorboards."
And that we will.
Okay. Mira and Bale making your way back across town to the Phoenix Feather. Make your way inside. Still a pretty bustling, lively atmosphere. Just folks all over the place, standing on chairs, standing on tables. The drinks are flowing. The energy is high. We're post tournament celebrations. And
This is
almost
much more
immediately,
lively.
and almost immediately upon entry, the two of you get recognized and showered with admiration and cheers. And
Yeah, they were packed last time too. I will walk up to or try my best to make it to the bar. I
I'm
imagine.
helping you if you need it.
Well, I meant I imagine there's a lot of people. So, and
Get
we're,
the
Oh,
crowd.
okay.
okay,
and
yeah, eventually you'll make it there.
yeah, just giving like kind nods to everybody that's like cheering for us as I walk through. And then I would just like look around for Cecil and actually he would look around for a second and then he'd reach into his bag and then he'd press the the bullet and it would say Cecil with an S and he'd say, "Oh yeah," and he puts it away and then he'll just like look around for him and then just wait because he came to him or came to me last time. So as long as I like see him, I'll like just give him a wave and then I'll wait.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
This one.
So you kind of peer around the crowded tavern.
Perception is 19, 12 plus 7.
Um, hey, you take a gander around the tavern and across the bar while I look at the seagulls chirping in the background. We're at a tavern that's by the ocean. Perfect.
You just walk in and take some peanuts and leave every once in a while.
Tons and tons of people crammed into this bar, enjoying their time and company. And amongst all of the chaos and commotion, and you make eye contact with Cecil kind of through the crowd, and he sort of gives you a nod.
Yeah, I would nod back and just like look around. Is there? I don't know if there's like a spot that we could like meet up, but I would head to like the quieter part if I can find any, and just kind of wait it out.
Okay.
You just want me to wait here? I say, because I'm sure it's really loud in here.
Uh, is that? Yeah, I'll meet you by the door when I'm done.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye on him though, wherever he goes, but I'll just hang out.
Okay. Eventually, you're kind of hunched up in the corner of the tavern, and comes walking over. Kind of a middle-aged human man has a eye patch, very like Solid Snake at home kind of vibe. Well, well done, kid.
Yeah, I was pretty sure we had it. Thanks.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
I was really just coming over to see if you had any more intel or any leads for me. I think I might be hanging out with them for a little while, and I'll like gesture to Mira at the door. Um,
Okay.
They
So I said
seem
you've.
cool with my disdain for the our sun friends, and
Hmm. Right. Well, just be careful.
I
Eventually, you'll need
might
to.
bring that ring back if right now Flint
Yeah,
might
I was
need
going
it
to
to
say.
cure a lot of people of a illness. So
Right.
I know
Well,
boss wants it, but it
yeah,
might
he'll
be
be
a
happy
while.
with that one. The pay will be plenty. But, yeah. Well fought, well earned.
Yeah, that last
As
thing
far
was
as
scary.
yes. As far as friends in gold. Um, I've been told that there's been some kind of like looking around as he's talking. There's been some sightings of Z's down in the port. If you catch my drift.
Oh yeah, okay. You think they're working together?
So, I mean, anything's possible at this point. You know how they operate. You know.
Yeah, they'll pretty much do anything for gold, and not the best. They're always near that water. I don't know what's up with them in water.
They could be helping them transport, you know, bodies or arms up and down the coast. Who knows? But
Do you know about any, or have you heard anything else about our friends that might have snuck in? Do you know if we need to take care of that, or?
yeah, I'm not quite sure at this moment. Things have been quiet thus far, but that could change at any moment. Perhaps those individuals are here to meet with the Z and be sent elsewhere.
Um, well, I think we're gonna be in town at least, or we're getting a room for the night, and then I don't know what the plan is, but I can tell them about that, and we can maybe scout it out. I, but
I will leave that up to you. Now that we've met, I'm on the next ship to Waterdeep.
okay. Did you get
But
my message? What I left in my room?
I don't think so.
Uh, I need you to take the box from the room that I had with you and give it to our master smith. Tell him I want to make a new gun eventually.
Okay. What's in the box?
Um, a lot of symbols that were holy.
Okay.
Trophies. That's what I should have said. And then
Say no more. Right. No. If you do choose to look into this, be careful. Keep your wits about you. This isn't, average job. You know who we're dealing with.
Yeah, now that they're involved, it's even worse. But I'll keep an eye
Who
out.
knows what sort of presence they have in the city already.
I didn't see any. I tried to keep an eye out when we were in the fancy room with the king, but I didn't see any around there. So of either of them in there. So
Right. Well, he kind of has a hand on one of your shoulders and come back to us in one piece. I'm glad you're making friends.
I will try. But if it means taking out that bastard, I'll do what I gotta. It's for specs.
Okay. One thing at a time, lad. One thing at a time. All right. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. And
Hey, remember, you don't think I forgot about the espionage training. You need to go back through the course again.
I'll be fine. Everything's fine. And then I'll like take out the bullet that I put the I put the magic tinkering on that says Cecil with an S, and I'll just leave it on the bar, and I'll just walk away, and it'll just play it as I walk away.
Cecil with an S.
Okay.
I need to take out
You
one
rejoin.
bullet from my palm pistol bullet.
Rejoin with Mira.
Did you get everything taken care of?
Yeah, I think we're all good. Um, Told me to be careful. I can tell you the rest when we're with everybody and there's less people around. But um,
Okay.
let's get sleep. Uh, Everything hurts still. So
Yeah, I about that. How would you feel if I went for just a quick dip? Just like 10 minutes. You could go back. You could
I'll
go back.
walk.
You seem a little better.
I'll walk with you, and you should. I'll tell you about something to keep an eye out for when we're there. So
Okay. So Mira just, like the high of winning and just having a good night, would just want to swim a little bit in the ocean, not spend much time, not really specifically doing anything, just taking a dip in some water
as we're heading that way,
before we head back.
I would tell you about. Do you speak what languages do you speak? I would say in character.
Um, well, I speak this language and primordial and abyssal and celestial. And then in your head you'll hear, and I can talk to you like this.
Can I talk back? I'll try to talk back because
I don't think you
Specs
can.
had something like that. So if I can talk back, I will.
I don't think with telepathy you can, right?
It Some of
No,
them
it
you
doesn't
can.
give you the ability to.
I was
I
like, some
don't
of them you
believe
can,
anything.
some of you can't.
Yeah, you can just understand me, but it doesn't give you the ability to respond.
I was like, the one I had on Azazel, you could respond. And that was
Yeah,
from something.
I
I don't
think
remember.
if I'm looking at the right like
Make sure you open it
squicky
up
dots, I don't know.
or open up the feat or whatever or the skill. Make sure it'll tell you. But either way, I will. I guess I'll just whisper it, and I'll like lean close and whisper. If you can while you're swimming, can you keep an eye out by the docks? for anyone in gold or anybody with a snake tattoo. Snake with wings. I'll tell you more later.
Wings in gold.
Yeah, and I'll point at the sun when I say that.
Oh my god, I forgot the sun's out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really fucked up a while back.
Yeah, so I'll
Or
keep an eye
those
out
guys
as
really
we're
fucked up a
going.
while back. I don't know who they are though.
Fucking noobs. Yeah, so I'll just keep my eye out and I would just go for a little swim.
Okay.
I
Come
would
back and
just hang out on the like
Give me a perception check, Mira.
You
dock or
sure you
whatever.
don't want to come in? Just like your feet?
I'm positive.
Okay. Is my shit freezing or what? It's not rolling it.
Sounds like D&D Beyond. It does that a lot, just randomly.
Just seriously pulling up like a whole little section that it's never done before. I'll just roll a d20. $17.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way kind of down to the same area that you were before, and like a little shoreline that's in between some of the docks. On your way, you see several dock hands, shipwrights, guards, people loading, unloading cargo, mounting and dismounting vessels. You don't see anyone in golden armor or sporting a open snake tattoo anywhere. Did you make your way down to the water? Wade in. Is there anything you're doing in particular?
You're muted, Anna.
I don't. Not necessarily. I think just like living on the high of this wind, just being in the water, feeling it. I wouldn't, I don't think necessarily like meditate, but maybe just pay attention to see if I feel that pull, that energy that I had before, but really just enjoying myself really is all.
You're like, how far out are you going, and how deep?
Um, I probably wouldn't. I would make sure, I mean, oof, I wouldn't go too far away from Bale, like, but I would go, if there are people on the docks or in ships and whatnot, I would kind of go out to where it's maybe more tranquil. If there's like a lot of activity going on near the docks. So definitely trying to find just a moment of like peace or a little being solitary.
Okay.
Playing with Amara, swimming around with her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do just that, kind of swim out like a little ways. when you go under to kind of just reflect on everything, kind of like deeper down towards the like bed of the harbor, you see something kind of glint in the soot off of the rays of sunshine that come in.
Does it seem like very far down?
Somewhat, yeah.
I'd swim down. If I
Okay.
feel like it wouldn't, like, I would make it and it's fine, I would swim down and check it out.
Okay.
You don't have to breathe, do you, as a water genasi?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you swim probably 30, 40 more feet down towards the bottom of the harbor. Kind of tall swaths of vegetation kind of grow upwards towards the light in the surface. Kind of a muddy, rocky bottom from all the waves and traffic and everything from the boats. Kind of dropped cargo and strewn like wreckage and things about, but you swim up to the soil and sort of reach out for this glinting object. And in sort of like a puff and swirl of mud and soot, a very like iridescent speckled like flat fish like squirms and swims away. But this uplift of mud and debris from the bottom from it jolting away from you kind of rises and lingers around you. And you feel almost like claustrophobic. And things almost like coming in tighter around you. And this like brown mud cloud sort of shifts and twirls into like inky black darkness. And a singular orb like orange eye with a dark slit through the center of it sort of shows itself towards you. And you, as you're just kind of hanging here in this like stasis, this moment being encapsulated by this inky darkness, you feel something very unfamiliar to you. You feel like you're drowning.
Gotta immediately freak out and try to like swim up to the top. Like I would just, I think, be in a panic, not
Okay.
having felt this before, not feeling this way in water before.
Yeah, you thrash and flail your arms about, treading water, fighting off this terrifying feeling. Gasping for breath where once you always had or were able to hold your breath indefinitely almost. The darkness swirling, grasping at your body almost in like inky like tendrils, kind of closing your eyes in a panic, and eventually your head breaches the surface. You gasp for air. The light of day washes over your skin again.
I'd grab my pendant and just say like a quick little prayer, and then just very quickly get out of the water.
Okay. Very hurriedly, you gather your belongings and kind of speed walk back towards Bale, soaking wet.
I'm ready. You ready to go?
Yeah, you can start walking. Give me 1 second. And Or I would wait till you start to walk away.
I didn't see anything.
Okay.
Just keep walking.
Can I take a quick look? One, and then two, I have one more thing to do. I want to just like quick glance around and double check or see if I see any Lathanderites or Zentrum hanging around.
Just like in the area you're in.
Yeah, just like near the docks and anywhere around here. If I can.
Yeah. If you're wanting to go up and down the whole thing, it's going to take you a little while. But
I don't want to like take a long time. Just like a glance at all the ships and just like see if there's anything like suspicious looking. That is
Okay.
7 plus 7, 14.
Okay. You take kind of a glance over the harbor area in front of you. Many vessels of varying size. Most of them bearing some sort of crest or sigil from some sort of shipping trading company. There's a few that fly the symbols of Waterdeep on their sails. But nothing that like overtly stands out to you or as like a suspect or anything like that.
Okay. And then I would double check that Mira started to walk back. And then I would reach into my bag and grab the dagger. And I would do just a small cut on my thumb to make it bleed. And I will drip it into the water and just say, Lady Umberly, I know you're supposed to be the goddess of water and sea monsters and blood. I don't know, and I never really gave it much thought until recently, where do monsters go when they die? But if you see my friend Specs, take care of her, and he'll walk back.
And
I
the
think
two of you are
Umberly's
going
only
back
in
to
charge of
the.
sea monsters, so I don't know, but
Yeah, I think I would walk far enough away to where I can still see him, but then wait and then just walk back to the Shining Serpent.
I would have put,
Okay.
or I would have put the dagger back and probably just ripped off a piece of my bandages that I already have on me and just wrapped the thumb.
Back to the serpent. What are the two of you doing?
Well, once we get in the room,
Start making out.
Nizao is gonna kind of just hunker a little bit in the center of the room, and her eyes are gonna like glow like a spotlight on the ground, and Flint is gonna sit on the floor and have the ring in front of him. And you said this ring has a pearl in it?
Yes, a single pearl.
Well,
Sorry.
pearls are created from irritation, so maybe it can assist with irritation. And Flint is gonna start just trying to logistically break down this ring, like in his head, like what it's capable of doing, and maybe like on like an arcane level how it does what it does with its healing. and I'm just trying to derive if I can gain anything of substantial use from this ring in terms of how or if it even does interact with the flux fire or the flux fever, and like taking his plating and armor off to expose his whole leg throughout whatever this little research fiasco looks like. Pretty much, just a little more sickly.
Okay.
Jesus.
So do you have identify or anything?
I do have identify as a spell.
Okay.
So I plan on incorporating, because I can ritual cast identify and detect magic. So planning to use both of those in tandem with this little research
Okay.
attempt. And I don't know what your experience is, but any help or input is good help or input. Rennerad.
Well, I also have identify board. I don't know if we can incorporate a dual identify.
Dual identify.
Or what, but
Dive deep into it.
I not super well versed in jewelry, if I'm being honest, but I'm happy to help in any way I can.
Your help will be appreciated. I'll, as I'm kind of going through the motions of trying to like test this ring for what I can for its reactions with the essence flowing through Flint's leg, and just trying to guide Denovian or Rennerad as to how he can assist throughout the process to the best of my ability.
Interesting. Okay. We will cast our spells. Can you can ritual cast identify as well, Renaran?
Yes.
Yeah, identify is
Okay.
just a ritual castable spell.
Okay. So both of you participating in this ritual. Detect magic. Flint, give me a Arcana check.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's an 11.
It's an 11. Okay. Okay. So after the ritual is done, you know that this ring is indeed magical. It is divination in origin. It, once attuned, it can give a +1 to a stat. And can heal for D4 once per day. As far as how it was made, I feel like you would have some experience or at least knowledge in that process. Um, what was the last, I guess, and why it was made? Was that part of your question?
Not why it was made. I was mainly just trying to study and see if it had any effects, like positive effects, or honestly any effects with the flux fever that is currently in Flint's leg.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, as far as how it will react with your condition is unknown.
Well, I guess the only thing left would be to try attuning to it and seeing if there's any changes from there. What do you think, Renorad?
As I said, I'm not most knowledgeable in this area. I wouldn't really know how to delve further or judge that our understanding is complete.
Well, it can't be complete until we've checked every avenue. So I guess that would be the next step that Flint would go to, would be trying to attune to this ring.
You'll have to choose, correct?
Unless it's already been chosen.
I assume they wouldn't give us a big prize and tell us that it is flexible if it has already been locked into a certain path.
Through the study that we had just done, would we know if I guess the choice of the ring, like the stat choice of the ring, has been chosen already?
You would have learned that the ring's magic is still intact.
Okay.
What if I were to give advice? Would choose Constitution.
That is what I was thinking as well. But it is not exclusively my ring to do with as I see fit. Because we did win it as a group. So I feel like on the front of the ring, I would be remiss if I don't at least wait to get, I guess, consent from Mira and Bale, because it is as equally their ring as it is mine. But on a separate front, Renorad, as we are now among all of those who need to know, could I have a look at what I think that is on your hip?
And what is it that you think it is?
If my readings haven't led me astray and my eyes are correct, it looked like a moonblade. I've read many books of them, and I've spoken with those that have seen them, but I myself have never been lucky enough to see one. And you made the comment earlier that you had another one. You seemed awfully concerned about its whereabouts and the fact that it wasn't with you. And boy, I know how I would feel if I was missing a moonblade.
I very much
But
doubt
I may
that
be
you
wrong.
know how I feel, Flint.
That may be true. But I am not a mind reader. So you could tell us, as he gestures to Nizao, how you feel. Or if you'd rather not, you don't have to talk about it. I was just curious if my eyes were correct.
I'm keeping eyes on him. Like I'm staring him down. Not in like a threatening way, just like an intense way.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking for any signs of like any indication that he might be like ready to pull a quick one and try to like I don't know, pull out a fucking weapon and try to take Vasos or whatever. Like I'm keeping a very stern eye on him as I kind of like slowly open my cloak and pull Vasos from my hip.
He produces a blade that sits in a very long, slender scabbard. Its hilt a entwined, delicate brass like basket that guards the hand. A very slender, like spry blade, like a rapier or like a duelist blade almost.
Okay.
The entire thing made of bronze, perfectly patinaed and worn to perfection. On this basket hilt, the frilled visage of a brass dragon, and in its mouth clutching a ruby. And there's a sort of a presence to this weapon, almost like it's the word I'm looking for. When you see it and it's produced from its cloak, almost the vibe, like the tension in the room, almost relaxed for a moment.
Who it is. And you just have it. Why do you have? If I remember correctly, of the three, this is Vasos.
You are correct.
Fascinating. And how? Where did you find it? You don't have to answer that. I'm just taken aback. It is a large ass. Could I hold? Could I hold Thesos. Says the gnome, sitting with his legs straight on this wooden floor with just like half of his pants off on the right side.
Take like a look, like glance at Nejao, and then I'll look back at Flint and swear to me that you have no ill intent.
Oh, none of the sort. I can assure you, I have nothing but admiration and respect for this item, and I have no ill intent, my friend.
There's no other exits, right?
I assumed it was a
There's
one-door
not.
room.
The one door. Okay.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Just this handy dandy teleport scroll he's sitting on, but nothing else.
I'll hand Vasos to Flint.
Oh boy.
Don't think it is that unlike your Nejao. In a way.
Oh, they are birds of a feather.
And it is very light and nimble weapon. Especially given the material it's made out of. A long, slender, rapier-like blade. And as you hold it, it's very strangely, like all of the blade's weight is like right in the tip of it.
Like in the tip of the blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
You swing it around, it kind of like whistles or like twinkles a little bit. Also.
Yeah, and Flint still sitting on the ground holding this sword and just looking it up and down, kind of looking at the different facets and just like details put into this blade.
Yeah, the basket handle, like there's like the various branches, that make up the guard, but on each branch there's like hundreds of like individual little brass scales that were placed.
Okay.
Or like hammered out or however, yeah.
Looking closer at this sword, do I see any runes or inscriptions or anything?
Yeah, along its thin blade as you hold it and kind of move it, and in the light, this brass, like when the light catches it, like the color shifts to like a purple, like a yellowish green almost, like a kind of goes through that like spectrum of colors as you like shift it around in the light. Yeah, and on its blade there are inscriptions on each like very slender face of this blade that run up and down its length.
Okay. And then getting very close to like the blade, I imagine it sounds pretty fucking weird coming from a gnome. And it's just gonna be these. Well, Renorad would be familiar with some of the noises, and in Draconic, Flint is going to whisper to the blade, "You are beautiful."
Okay. Yeah, Renorad, you see him speak a little sentiment to this blade in a very drawn out, complicated, many consonant and voweled language.
You are more knowledgeable than you let on, Flint.
Oh, that is what I've been told many a times. I will say I do not know how you came into this beautiful create. Which one did you lose? You said you had two.
Rather not speak of it.
I was just curious. I'm sure it's a sore subject. Nonetheless fascinating. You are an interesting one, Renorad.
No, hold my hand out to take it back.
Flint will hand Vasos back to Renorad.
I know you hardly know me, but you must trust that I have the best interests of Vasos in my heart, and that I wield it not for vain or glory, but for its own sake.
Renorad, you are an adventurer who wields a moonblade hiddenly and not boasting of it. I would say you are exactly who should be at the side of Vasos, and whichever one was unfortunately misplaced. And if that is something you are trying to do, if you are wanting to seek out whatever was either taken from you by the sounds of it or misplaced, looking back at Vasos and just like shaking his head, like that is something I would be honored to be a part of.
As much as I would like to, there's no leads to go on. It was there and then it was not.
Where was the last place you saw it? Like its last location? Were you in Neverwinter?
Checking.
Okay.
It was at the Bastion.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
It was the last place you saw it. Yeah.
It is a complicated answer in itself. And
Those situations tend to be.
It's like, not only am I dark and broody, but I have a flying house.
yeah, I was like, what do I drop that piece of lore on these people? Oh, don't mind the kobolds.
I'm giving Snick a gun.
That is the last thing he needs.
Go, my son. Do crime.
Well, no leads or not. If ever there were an item to set out and look for, I'd imagine that ranks up there with the best of them. But regardless of what comes in the future and what we do, as but an admirer of the arts, I appreciate you letting me see that. It is. The books do not do it justice.
I trust that you understand that this must stay between us.
It will.
Well, believe me, Flint, if the opportunity arises where we can track down the one that is lost, I would be doing it full bore with no hesitation. That's my biggest failure. It's a broken promise that I would kill to fix. If only I knew how.
And if we can help, we certainly will.
Yeah. He sheathes Vasos again. And I'm assuming you're just tucking it back under your robe again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when the blade is sheathed, that
Aura.
yeah, that aura that kind of cut the tension, like this is almost like a sense of like whimsy that filled the room is very like quickly vanishes with the blade being stowed again.
That is incredible.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys are doing?
I don't think so. Flint wouldn't attune to the ring until he got the go ahead from Bale and Mira. So with the rest of like the avenues of research currently like at an end, he would be content putting it on pause until that became available.
Okay. Um, yeah. All of these events kind of transpired at the same time. And eventually the four of you are reunited. Mira and Bale, you're handed keys and told when you arrive back to the Serpent that your rooms are upstairs and which ones they are.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
would head to my room. Make sure that Bale, if he was still a little tipsy, got to his, but
Yeah,
to my room.
I'd make it to the room and just collapse on the bed, or I'd make sure I locked the door behind me, and then I'd collapse on the bed and go to sleep.
Okay. Is that what everyone's doing?
I believe so.
Sleeping?
Yeah. I'll do
Mhm.
like a little bit of my meditating before I actually go to sleep back in my room. But then I'm just going to sleep. So.
Okay. Your meditation. It's sort of guided by that like whimsical fluting tune that's been on the edge of your ears for the last few days now. And despite everything that's happened to you, you feel today, all things considered, a massive victory behind you, and maybe some promising new allies. But the moments you shared with your companions today, telling some stories, hearing some tales, kind of sparked a little bit of a fire in you. So you go to bed today and ran around for the first time in a long time. Like, what's the feeling? Like today was all right. Yeah. And you find rest, run around home. And you dream of glorious combat and over-the-top acrobatics and all sorts of tales and myths and legends of your study kind of come to life in your mind as you sleep soundly. Flint, Bale get some much needed rest. The two of you, I'm assuming, reflecting on the day, jotting in journals, getting everything tidied up.
Yeah.
Probably
Two of you.
drew in the book the sea dragon, and then a gun that shoots lightning under it.
Okay.
Yeah, Flint would just be storing the notes from his studies earlier in like a little Rolodex compartment of notes inside Nizao.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to bed, jotting everything you learned about the ring as well.
Yes.
And it's School of Magic, its properties, what it does. And you, in your notes, you circle divination as you put everything away. The two of you sleep soundly, resting and reflecting on your curiosities and inventions. And Mira, you find yourself in bed, exhausted, a whirlwind of events in the last couple of days. But all of that sort of clouded by what happened to you in the water earlier. You eventually find sleep, but it is restless and interrupted, reliving that feeling of drowning, being smothered by black, inky tentacles and a singular orange eye. Unsettling at first and terrifying. This reoccurring dream happens several times over the night, and eventually it almost feels natural. Like something is calling to you. Eventually, everyone awakens. Mira, you're kind of jolted awake, gasping as your own watery hair kind of smothering your face and mouth. Kind of flick everything to the side. You're exhausted and in a foul mood. Something that you've worked on in your journeys and growing up is getting your emotions and things under control. And today might not be your best day. But I think that's where we'll end our session. Everybody waking up to a new day.
All right. Do I
Hell yeah.
have a level of exhaustion? Or am I just exhausted?
No level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good session.
Good session.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, I figured there's gonna be a lot of RP, everybody getting to know each
Yeah.
other, a bit of
Yeah.
awkwardness, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Man, I was so tempted to like crack a joke, like above board, like right after Mason handed me vase. I was like, "What's your AC again?"
That'd be hilarious.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week with more D&D, and I'll probably be back tomorrow with Night Rain. Love you guys. Peace.